I was born 1923, according to the paper, and the war broke out 1939.
At 16 years old, Abe Morgenstern was torn out of the home he shared with his family in Chortkov, Poland. The Nazis separated him from his sister and father, who he later found out died. He was sent to a work camp, witnessing the incomprehensible, including a baby smothered for crying. It's a horrific story, one that even at the age of 88, Abe still has trouble articulating. So how did he survive?
I don't know myself. It's a long story.
A story so long he documented it in a book entitled Charkov Remembered: The Annihilation of a Jewish Community.
He knew enough to establish a hiding place out in the woods in a cave, an underground cave, where he stocked it as best as he could, and he and a number of other people stayed in that cave.
By the time Abe was discovered, the war ended. 6 million Jews had perished in the Holocaust. Abe's struggle, along with 24 others, is interpreted in these portraits painted by Dr. Wilma Bolkin-Siegel. The exhibit is called Survivors and Liberators, and it's on display at the Kaplan JCC on the Palisades in Tenafly.
I think that it would be important for all the families who can to come and see this so that the children, the next generation of children, would be able to read the stories and see these faces so strong and able to make a new life after terrible things happened.
Now, for Abe, it was hard for him to tell his story to his own children, and that is so often the case for Holocaust survivors. So he, like many of the subjects here, sat down with the artist one-on-one. And through these portraits, people can get an intimate look into their lives without having them go through the whole story. The paintings are accompanied by a variety of other materials, including black and white pictures from different occasions. Among the portraits is one of the youngest people to work in Oskar Schindler's factories. It also includes a man whose mother paid off the Gestapo chief with a key to the family's Mercedes in exchange for his father's life.
I think another thing you'll notice on these paintings is the eyes of these folks and how clearly they look off into the future.
Today, Abe has been blessed with 2 daughters, 6 grandchildren, and 4.5 great-grandchildren. He looks on, but he will never forget. His quote reads, "The problem is that the world still does not want to know there is genocide. Terror is everywhere, and still nothing is being done."
There are situations where you cannot trust people and not to fall in bad situations.
Never to forget that the horrors can happen all too quickly when people are led by their noses and don't question authority, especially when it's bad authority.
Rosalie continues educating about the Holocaust as a UN observer and through a fund created by her parents. The paintings have traveled throughout parts of the East Coast, including Florida and New York City. It will be on display here at the Waltuck Gallery until next Thursday, April 26th. Reporting at the Kaplan JCC on the Palisades in Tenafly, I'm Lisa Wojtycki for WNBC News.